Yeah, 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 yeah. Got an uncontrollable urge, you wanna tell you all about it. That's not right. Got an urge, got a surge, and it's out of control now. Got an urge, wanna purge, cause I'm losing control. Uncontrollable urge, I wanna tell you all about it. Got an uncontrollable urge, it makes me scream and shout it. He's got an uncontrollable urge. I got an uncontrollable urge. It's got style, it's got class, so strong, I can't let it pass. Don't you tell you all about it. We gotta scream and shout it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got an urge, got a surge, and it's out of control now. Got an urge, want to purge, cause I'm losing control now. Got an uncontrollable urge, want to tell you all about it. Got an uncontrollable urge to make me scream and shout it. I've got an uncontrollable urge. He's got an uncontrollable urge. I've got an uncontrollable urge. He's got an uncontrollable. It's got style. It's got class. So strong, I can't let it pass. I want to tell you all about it. Let me scream and shout it. I think that's enough of that. Can't believe I screwed up what is quite possibly the easiest Devo song in the world. Uncontrollable urge. I have an uncontrollable urge to be with you, wonderful people, on this beautiful Monday night. Beautiful where I am. Don't know about where you are. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I'm sitting in front of the fire. Got the fire table going. Don't have the heater on yet. Don't need it yet. I'll turn it on probably by the end of tonight's shenanigans. This is Bad Advice with Brian, as opposed to Bad Advice with Kevin, the show that I initially hosted. I got fired from when they looked at the paycheck. And so they didn't pay me. I don't know what I'm even talking about. This is a show that gives bad advice. As we are in the holiday season, this is the holiday edition, I guess you could say. Wait, what time is it? It's the 16th. So, let's do the math on this. 7 days, 760. Me do bad 22nd or 3rd next week. I don't know if we'll have a show. We'll see. We will see. It's the week of the holidays. Everybody's out doing their own thing. The audiences tend to, they go down, which, is good for somebody. And so we'll see about next week. But I'm glad you're here tonight. If you have a question, prepare to start dropping those into the chat, and I will do my best to give you the worst advice I possibly can. Now, as this is an advice show, I am required at the very top of the show to make myself legally immune. Is that the right word? Immune. Legally, I can get out of trouble, is what I'm trying to say. In case one of you freaky lunatics doesn't get that this is just a lighthearted comedy show that should not in any way be taken seriously. And you know how you know that? Because I'm the host of it. Now, if it were Dr. Joyce Brothers, Dr. Phil, other respected wise people. I don't know why I threw Dr. Phil in there. I don't know if he's got much going, but whatever. Maybe you take the advice. Maybe you go, my life is better because of Dr. Joyce Brothers. And the fact that I use that as my reference lets you know that I'm old. Dr. Phil is respected. Exactly, Kyle Holmes. So what I have to do at the very tippity top of the show is read what I like to call a get out of jail free statement, a disclaimer. The lovely and talented people who all have fantastic asses. Over my Patreon, every week I do the show, I put up a little post that says, hey, write a disclaimer, and then everybody else votes on which one they think is the best one. This week, I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on over there. I respect, your decisions not to write a disclaimer. You're like, somebody else will do it, and more than often than not, it's one of two people. And this week, it's one of the regular guys that usually does it. Bobby Moncrief won. He was the only one to enter one. It's a big one. It's a big, fat ass paragraph. I'm looking at 100 words here. I don't really have the app up that I can count the words on this word count, but it's a lot of words. I can improvise with the best of them. I can go on and on and on and on and on for probably more than you, quite frankly, want me to go on and on and on and on. I just realized I'm missing a very important thing here in the backyard. I'm going to have to maybe leave camera just for a second to get, I'll have to say it to the kid here. Here we go. Let me get her involved in the process. Don't worry, this is not going to interrupt the show in any way. Actually, I think I have it right over here. Let me go check. Hang on. I think it's just right over here. I'll be right back. Oh, never mind. Yep, there it is. Found it. All right, we're back. Hang on. Let me go. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. 2 words, by the way. Never mind. You know that when you're looking for songs from the big Nirvana album, where they crammed it together and made it one word. Anyway, I will now read a disclaimer written by the lovely and talented, sweet-assed Mr. Robert Moncrief. Again, I can improvise with the best of them, but I don't know. I tend to stumble over my words. All right, here we go. Welcome to Bad Advice. I have it down here, by the way. I don't have it up on the teleprompter. I could put it up there. Hang on, let me put it up there. Is this going to slow things down? Probably. Yeah, I slowed it way down. Sorry about this, but we're going to do it anyway this way. Here we go. I got to move this over here like that, and that's adjusting for some reason. I don't like that it's doing that. I have to go down like that. Oh, this is getting worse and worse. All right, here we go. Welcome to Bad Advice, a show that I should be putting on from Chicago, where it's colder than a witch's tit. But I'm not that brave or stupid, so I'll sit here in the mid 60 degree weather and either inside or by the heater. But enough about that. We are here for Bad Advice, the show that is taking the world by storm. A storm where I ask you for your lighthearted problems, and I give you the worst possible advice that I can give. Please don't follow this advice. Brian Howard Studios can't be held responsible for anything I say. Not legal to listen to on Utah, only allowed to be listened to in Illinois if being listened to while drinking Malort. Any reference to Old Bay are clearly accidental based on the background of the speaker. So let's have fun, drink responsibly, and laugh a lot. Now, I'm not sure if what I just read helps me at all for a couple reasons. One, there is no such thing as Brian Howard Studios. So first of all, thank you, Bobby Moncrief, for that. There's no such thing. If somebody wants to sue me, they can go, well, we're not suing Brian Howard Studios. We're suing you, Brian Howard. That disclaimer merely exonerated your fake incorporated thing. Slippers. Anyway, so now I feel better. We can move on with actual show time. Now, before I get into a show that's going to, of course, give you bad advice, I have to do a little bit. I'm still working on my production here. Hang on, guys. Of taking bad advice. That's right. I should not be someone who gives bad advice until I learn the ups and downs, ins and outs of actually taking what we would consider is bad advice, getting more centered on the frame. So we will do that now with a little segment we like to call Guzzle Faux Shuzzle, named by my wife. I can't find a little graphic for it. Why aren't these alphabetical again? Every week I say, why aren't these alphabetical? I don't even see it. You know, I don't care anymore. Screw it. Yeah, I have an on-screen graphic. It's too hard to find. Glad I live in Wisconsin now and not Illinois, or else I would have been drinking Malort. I'm sure you can get Malort, Kelly Rose, in Wisconsin. It's right next door. In Guzzleful Shows, as a lot of you guys know, I'm a bit of a drinker. I like me some alcohol from time to time. But I'm not much of a liquor drinker. You drunker, you liquor. You liquor right on the drunker. Find out where her drunker is, give it a lick. Go to the shower first. And so at the top of every Bad Advice show, I put it to you to make a specialized cocktail for me of one liquor and one mixer. Tonight's liquor, as you can see, I'm shaking it around, is a bottle of tequila. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Bottle. Put a little bit of shots worth of tequila. That's kind of a lot. Now, this is a big glass. A lot of you are like, that's not a shot. Trust me. That's a shot of tequila. It just happens to be in a larger than average glass. Now, we could just drink this tequila like this, but then it wouldn't be in the true spirit of Bad Advice. I need to take some bad advice from you by asking you lovely people watching at home, hot sauce. Well, wait for it, Gary. What things we can mix with our tequila. Tonight's first option, Maria came home with these the other day, a Shirley Temple 7-Up. That's just 7-Up and grenadine and cherry, pomegranate and cherry soda. Okay, I'm not sure that pomegranate is in, maybe it is in, I don't know. I thought Shirley Temple was like Sprite or 7-Up with just grenadine, which I think is cherry, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what it is. Shirley Temple. Is it delicious? Probably. Is it going to go well with tequila? It remains to be seen. Number 2, Autocrat coffee syrup. A lot of you guys know that over on Patreon, we talked about this at one of my coffee chat videos. I'm a man of my word. I ordered it online. It got to the house. I've been drinking it ever since. It's not bad. Little on the sweet side. Probably a little too much sweet. Does coffee mix well with tequila? We may find out in a second. Next thing we have is marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. I made lasagna the night and called for a certain amount of marinara. For some reason, it did not call for the entire last jar. I probably should have just dumped it on top. Why not? Who wants less sauce on their lasagna? Not this. Who has 2 thumbs and is using a very old cliche? I shouldn't advertise a brand. I think that brand might have some marketing issues with their stance on something. I don't know. Apologies beforehand if I just did that. And finally, this is unintentional, but for some reason I have pesto sauce. Ooh, there's another brand name right there. I didn't realize till I got out here I have 2 kind of pasta saucy things. Oh, well, here we are. It's pesto sauce. So we can combine our tequila with 7-Up, a Shirley Temple 7-Up, not just 7-Up. We can combine it with coffee syrup made by the Autocrat Company in some, probably Pawtucket, Rhode Island, marinara sauce, and a pesto sauce. And if you are on Twitch, I know not everybody is watching the show on Twitch, but for people that are, there's going to be a poll. It's going to take about 3, or I'm going to let it go for 3 minutes. It's going to be on the top of your chat. Go to the top of the chat right now. If you're on Twitch, you will see the poll right there. Okay. How did this happen? God damn it, this is annoying me. Hang on, I got to do something else here. I got to get to that. Okay, there we go. No, just go to the goddamn bottom of the chat, please. Thank you. Why is that so freaking hard? Just do as I ask. Make your own bechamel. Oh, this is so annoying. So anyway, vote, and whatever one wins that vote, I will actually make that tonight's delightful mixer with our tequila. I want to be over here, and then I want to scroll. I want to scroll this. I don't want to scroll that. I want that to stop scrolling, please. Thank you. No idea how part of what I'm trying to do is so gosh darn simple. Whoops. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm having all kinds of window issues tonight. There. Now, why is that so flippin' hard? I don't know. Is this it? Is this the thing that does it? Do I grab that and slide it? I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean to time out Midnight Hat Size. Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry, Midnight Hat Size. How do I untime? Oh, gosh darn it. For 600 seconds. See, now this is pissing me off. How do I undo that? Midnight Hat Size, if you're watching, I am clicking all over my chat window right now, just trying to manipulate it, just trying to make it work, and I just timed you out. For some reason, it was an accident. And the Twitch window is just driving me nuts right now. You know, we're going to recycle this window. There we go. See if I can fix that. I don't like that either. Let's go over here and do this. Let's go here. Twitch. So if you're watching Midnight Hat Size, I accidentally hit some button and made you go away, I guess, for it looks like 10 minutes. Jeepers creepers. I am so sorry. How do I undo that? Oh, no. I feel terrible. All I was doing was clicking around, trying to make things work a certain way. And, oh, God, you know, I'm going to, a stern letter to Twitch. All I did was make my window bigger so I could see you guys over here on the teleprompter so my eyes don't have to be down here. And every time I bring it up here and I make the window as big as I can make it. So I'm not sure if Midnight Hat Size is still watching. If you want to log back in as somebody else. I killed Steve. I did. For 600 seconds. So for 10 minutes, let's just sit around and wait. No, we're going to move on. Hopefully he understands that I'm an idiot. I have no idea what I'm doing. He's the only mod here. Why Twitch? Maybe it's an Apple thing. Maybe it's Apple. I shouldn't complain to Twitch. Maybe it's an Apple thing. I don't know. Maybe there's a way I can pop out the chat. I don't know. But let's see what won here. We have a tie. Let's view the results. Even this button doesn't work. It's a tie. Pesto Stoss and Shirley Temple. We don't do ties here, as you know. We got to do another one. So we'll do a new poll. Which hat size might show up again. Because we're taking a little longer now. And ... question mark. Pesto or Shirley Temple 7 up. Oh, I'm so annoyed about that. I'm going to think about that. We're going to make this one short, only 2 minutes long. Okay, new poll at the top of the chat right there. Tequila and Pesto or the 7 up. Let me see if I'm going to message him over on Facebook. There he is. So sorry. Okay, there we go. I'm telling him over here on a chat window in Facebook. I'm sorry that I did that. Okay, 7 up, no poll. Well, there's a okay, Gary, but you know, I'm a man of a democracy, the benevolent figurehead of a very weird group of freaks. So let's put it to a vote. Pesto currently winning 4-3. Let me see if Steve has responded to my chat. I think he's going to respond here. No problem. Pesto mistakes. Yes. I don't know how to fix it. It said you were timed out for 600 seconds. So 10 minutes. Can you still see the show? Because maybe he's watching, in which case we can keep talking to Hat Size. He just can't respond. Okay, vote at the top of the screen if you're on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, join us over at twitch.tv/Brian Howard Live. Steve is currently responding to me. Oop, he was, then he went away. I mean, all I'm trying to do, okay, look, I got a teleprompter here. I got the computer down here. On this show, I try to have all the chat right in front of me. I don't sing song. Well, I sung one song. I can have our chat here. I make it as big as I can for my feeble old guy eyes to see. And then I hit Command plus on a Macintosh computer. It makes a window. It makes all the words bigger on a screen. But then you want to scroll the chat. You do that with your two fingers. I'll just sit back and enjoy. I cannot chat. That's all. You were able to vote. Okay, so Steve is still watching the show. All right, Steve. All right. Anyway, so that's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do is make, and then I'm trying to scroll the chat because I wasn't sure if I'm at the most because sometimes I get pushed back in the chat. I want to scroll down to the most current comment with the two finger thing on the Macintosh computer. And I was scrolling the entire page, but the chat window was remaining stationary. Maybe it meant I was already I don't know. And I'm clicking around inside the chat window, and I think I highlighted one or two of your names on numerous occasions, and I obviously timed one of you out. Well, how do I do that? Let me look at that. Warn Lego border, time out Lego border, ban Lego border, delete Lego border. Don't worry, I didn't do anything to it. Okay. View results. Pesto wins by one goddamn vote. All right. Thank you, those of you that thought about me enough. Pesto it is. Imagine my surprise that my lovely followers and fans and friends in this holiday season, with a sense of giving and kindness, I always throw one thing in there, which clearly would be a delightful thing to mix with the liquor. It has never won. Sorry, I'm yelling. Scotty, you don't. Rub it in, Scotty. Well, not a terrible smell. I mean, I like pesto. I think a lot of you see where this is going to go. This is clearly going to be a relish and mezcal situation. I think we have in the offing. It is not. It does not appear to be mixing. It's sitting there like a little lump, but we're going to get it mixed up as best we can. Now, like in many conditions on this show, this part of the show, it's one of these situations where I like all these flavors. I like the flavor of marinara. I love the flavor of coffee. I like the flavor of pesto. And I probably love the flavor of this cherry pomegranate 7-Up. It's when they go together that is the problem. And there is the cocktail that you guys want me to drink. I do not have a towel out here. I'm going to get a beer ready in case this is horrible. I can smell it. I don't like the smell of tequila. I will drink a margarita. I will do shots with you if we're at a bar. It's not, I don't want to. But if you go, hey, we're doing shots, Brian, I go, oh, okay. Ooh, it's tequila shots. Oh, yay. Is that how a human would sound? Do I sound like a real human? By the way, consider the pain I'm about to go through before you tip me. Oh, God. Mixing it's not helping. I'll tell you what else. The dog here in my backyard where I currently reside does use the backyard for, business, doggy business. We take him for walks, too, but we'll also, take him for doggy business. So, and he did a little pee about an hour before the show, and while I was setting up, actually, and I sprayed the stuff on it, the little pee smell go away or stuff, and it kind of went away, but now I smell that chemical in the air. It's not meant to be an unpleasant smell, but it kind of is. Now I have tequila in my nose. I got dog pee in the background, not a lot of it, because I sprayed the stuff. The stuff I used to kill the dog's pee smell, tequila, pesto, all fighting for control of my face and my brain. I can smell this fire. I wish it smelled better. And I have a little drop of pesto right here on my table. I need to wipe that up, but I don't have anything to wipe it up with within easy grabbing. Hang on, let me bring a towel towel. All right. Let me just wipe it off. Well, it's pesto, so there you go. I wiped it off and ate it. They tied. You just should have to mix all three. No, we don't do that, Scotty. All right, I'm stalling, aren't I? I am. Now, I know this is going to be a texture one. This one's not going to be a bad taste one. I can tell you that one already. I'm already sensing I'm not going to hate the taste of this, but the texture. And if you've never tried these kind of things at home, first of all, I do not recommend them. I think a few of you have thought of having little, parties where you play the little shot game that you learned here on my show, and I encourage that, and I want you to film it. And by all means, one of the shots needs to be mezcal and relish. Without further ado, let's go over here to the close-up camera. That is mezcal and tequila. No, it's not. It's tequila, which is close to mezcal. It's almost the same thing. There's my dog. And pesto. So here we go. Tequila and pesto down the hatch. I don't even want to think about it. I just want to get it all down. Don't even want to think about it. Just want to get it all down. Oh, I need to get that glass has to get away from me. Oh, God. Somebody start counting a minute. I try not to drink the beer for a minute. Oh. 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 I'm not talking. Normally I'm talking. Has it been 30? And hat size, welcome back. The first thing he does is do a hat pitch for me. I appreciate that, hat size. And again, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to keep the chat down here, I guess. Minute completed, says hat size. Okay. It was bad. Although, I try to be honest with you guys, it was not as bad as I was expecting. Now, wait, what camera am I on? I was on the right camera. Sorry. I was on the wrong camera. Okay. This is the one I want to be on that shot. Okay. It was not as bad as I was expecting. I don't know what I did. I think it was the way I tilted my head back. The beverage, and we'll put that in quotes, the beverage almost jumped my entire tongue, landed in the back of my tongue, around my uvula, my enlarged uvula. You know what they say about guys with big uvulas? Midnight hat size friends. That jackass sorting wasabi. That's terrible. So I think I missed a lot of it. To my benefit. I wasn't trying to. I didn't go into it thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll rip these people off, and I'll just slam this in such a way where none of it will hit my mouth, or it will hit my mouth, of course. But I can honestly say, it was not anywhere near as bad as I was expecting. Now, that being said, it's still horrible. Shot name. Slow down. I did read your thing there, Kyle. Let me see if I can make your chat a little bigger. And if I could dangerously drag it over to this window. Oh, God, what have I done? Did I fuck it up? Okay. This time I'm just going to keep hitting the plus button. Okay, there we go. Okay, Steve-O, I can read that. I'm going to hit plus one more time and see if I still keep the chat. I still got it. Okay, good. Whew. going to make it any bigger. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a good cocktail. It is never going to be a good cocktail. If somebody comes to you and says, "Oh no, this time when we drink tequila and pesto, it's going to be really yummy." No, it's not. It's never ever going to be really yummy. Okay? Ever. Wasabi and whiskey. Well, we'll see if we even do a show next week. Who is that? Scotty. Oh my God. It's not good. Now, that little jump the shark moment of me somehow getting it over the tongue notwithstanding, it's still not great. Still terrible. There was a texture issue. Now, I don't know if you saw, I'm not sure what camera I was on, but when I finished, I remember I really quickly just killed it. I just wanted to get rid of it. Okay. I looked at the bottom. It was almost exclusively Parmesan cheese, which means all the other things that are in, the other basil, oil, seasonings it's in pesto was floating at the top and mixed in. Parmesan cheese, for whatever reason, doesn't float, drops to the bottom. So I knew the second slug was going to have a gritty, and maybe you saw me, there was a bit of a chewy moment when I swallowed, which there always is. So if you're with me and we're intimate together, I just want you to know I will swallow, but there will be chewing. Did I mention this is a comedy show that you should probably be warned that it has an R rating? I should probably put a little R on probably that side of the screen. That was a bit of a kick in the ass, because the first gulp was like, oh, not so bad. That's why I went for the second one so fast. And then I saw the cheese and went, oh, will that be a problem? I hope not. It was a bit of a problem, but not that bad. Okay, so I'm yammering here because I'm pouring a beer. It was bad, so it's not going to get a score above a 5. Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best tasting thing I've ever drank on this show that you guys picked for me, which was, I love wasabi too, by the way. We'll get to that in a second, which was sweetened condensed milk and rum. It was absolutely delightful. It was yummy. If you have sweetened condensed milk around your house, you have a lovely spiced rum probably. Not a lot, just together. It's nice. It's enjoyable. It's sweet. It's creamy. I think I went back and had a second. The worst thing, God bless Sierra Nevada, the worst thing I ever had down my throat, well, that's a different show. Here on the show, the worst thing I ever drank, of course, as I mentioned to you earlier, was mezcal and relish. Now, let's quickly address that, because the one I did tonight was similar in almost every way. Mezcal and relish. Here's a liquor you liquor made from the agave plant. So the liquors themselves are very similar. There's a roasting involved with mezcal. I don't know in the chat. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I am. Mezcal it tastes like burnt tequila. I don't know. Relish, of course, doesn't break down at all. It's little tiny chunks of cucumber and pickle and vinegar. It was absolutely horrible. This was not that bad. That gets a 1. This does not even get a 2, I don't say. And a lot of it because maybe I jumped the shark. I jumped the tongue. That'll be our thing. We'll say jump the tongue. Whenever I somehow get out of something, or you too, whenever you're like, you slow down for no reason. Some reason you slow down. Then you suddenly see a cop on the side of the road with a radar gun. You jumped the tongue. Got away with something, didn't you? There's a better way of describing it, but you get the idea. Baby, don't jump the tongue on me. It could be a sexy thing. Baby, you want to go in the bedroom and, jump the tongue? Bing, bing. See, jumping the tongue. Fonzie. He still wore his leather jacket while, that was really Henry Winkler. Not doing the jump part of the jump, but he really did know how to, or learn to for the show, to how to water ski. Either he already could water ski. So a lot of those shots of him, it's him. It's Henry Winkler who could he didn't look super solid, as I recall, even as a kid. He looked like, oh, because I had already been to SeaWorld at that point. See, I'm a kid who had already been to SeaWorld and seen the DC comic book characters on water skis. Because, yes, look it up. For all you theme park nerds like me, look up the 70s era SeaWorld water ski shows. Yes, they had one that had Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman in the costumes, had the villains jumping, going around on little boats, stealing the major jewel, kidnapping people. Batman saves the day. They had a storyline. It was crazy. I'm going to give it a 3. A 3. I can't quite go 4 or 5. I'm going to give that a 3. Now let's look at the titles that you guys have given it up here. A lot of you are highlighting your titles. I appreciate that. Shot name, the Desperado or the We Built This Shitty. Okay. Either pick one. Well, who is that? Is that Kyle? Kyle, pick one. Let's see some names for it. Drink name. This comes from Hat Size. The Genoan Aztec Curse. Is Genoa, Italy? Is that where pesto is from? Okay. Scotty says Famunda cheese. Famunda cheese. Shot name, another one from Kyle. The Leaning Tower of Tijuana. Tijuana. Drink name, pesto snakebite. Ooh, I like that. We built this shitty. Kyle Holmes, he's going to pick that one. All right. Let's figure this out. Is it going to be new poll name for this? Is it going to be We Built This Shitty, a pesto snake bite? What was it? The Genoa what? Oh, I like Leaning Tower Tijuana. Sure, we'll put that one in there again. Leaning Tower of Tijuana. And what was yours, Steve? You had one in there. You had the one that was like Genoa something. Drink name, there it is. The Genoan Aztec Curse. And I can't even highlight what you wrote because the fucking thing's on it. The Genoan and Aztec Curse. Okay, if you're on Twitch, I'm not sure if I spelled genuine right. Go to the top of the chat. You can tell me what this cocktail is named. Is it We Built This Shitty? Is it Pesto Snakebite? Is it Leaning Tower of Tijuana? Or is it the Genoan Aztec Curse? Vote now. Vote often. If we do choose your title, you win the prize of me sending you this concoction. Only not really, and I'm kidding, and make it yourself. Pesto Snakebite, Genoan Aztec Curse, We Built This Shitty, or Leaning Tower of whatever. Oh, Famunda cheese and tequila. I like that one too, Scott. I'm sorry, Scotty. I forgot that one. My bad. It's early in the show. I'll forget a lot of things by the end. Coming up in the night show, we have Shot Collar Lie Detector. We have What's It with Brian. And I have your questions and my answer. Pesto Snakebite, says Midnight Hat Size Friend. Well, you can say that, Midnight Hat Size Friend. You can also go to the top of the chat. There's actually a poll right there. You can click. You do not have to just... I'm looking at the results as they come in live. Pesto Snakebite is in second place behind the Genoan Aztec Curse. Leaning Tower of Tijuana with 2 votes. Only 1 vote. We Built This Shitty. I thought that would do very well. You guys tend to like the curse words, you little maniacs. It looks like we're calling this cocktail, if I'm not mistaken, looking at the voting. I don't think it's going to change. The Genoan... No, I'm looking at a little countdown clock. We're going to wait. There's a little purple line that I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. And coming down to the ending, here it comes. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to see what happens on the screen when it ends. And purple line goes away. Now, boom. Genoan Aztec Curse is the name of that Cockatail. Cockatail? Cockatail. Cockatail. What am I doing? Going back to that. Oh, so guys, that is the end of the shots portion of the show. Now that I've taken, oh my God, how long did that take? I feel like I'm dragging tonight. I am. 42 minutes. I haven't even answered one question yet. Are you kidding me? Guys, the show is all about bad advice. Ask me whatever question you want. I will do my best to give you the worst advice I possibly can. A couple little rules, guidelines, if you will, guideposts, if you will. Not only will I'll get tonight. Well, we'll see, hat size. Only when you'll get. Keep it lighthearted. I want your questions to be real. I don't make them up. A show like this works better if the queries that you give me are actual queries. Don't make something up. Ask something about work, love, gift giving, holiday issues that are coming up, whatever. Keep them light. We try not to talk too much. Try to avoid, if we can, talking about heavy-duty issues like serious illness or death or what have you. Let's keep it light. Any question you want, I'll do my best to answer. We have a question coming from Patreon from Gary Pauls. If you could have anything you want for Christmas, what would you get me? I love that little turnaround at the end. If you could have anything you want for Christmas, what would you get me? Gary Pauls, I would get you a tequila and pesto enema. I think what I get you is my mortgage bill, gift wrapped, and you do it for charity. You'd go, I'm going to give this to the honor of the Howard family. Worst things for anything you want for Christmas is a tough issue, no matter what. Okay? That's a tough one, Gary. Excuse me, slippers. Now, what are we talking here? Gary, are we talking real world or are we talking world peace, love, things like that, intangibles? Because I'm going to say the best gift, and I agree with a comedian whose name I'm forgetting right now who talked about it on one of his stand-up sets. The best gift is, I think it was not Dennis Miller, not Dennis Leary, that other guy named Dennis. It's a shoebox full of 20s. Whatever comedian said that, that's what it is. A shoebox full of $20 bills. Not millions of dollars, but a shoebox is a decently sized, that's several $1,000s. A shoebox full of 20s is the best possible gift you can get. Tasteful nudes is good too. Tasteful nudes and a shoebox full of 20s. A tasteful nude of you rolling around on the equivalent of what would be a shoebox full of 20s. I almost said in a shoebox full of 20s, but that would make you a tiny, 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 tiny person. And I don't know anybody that can actually fit their entire body in a shoebox. Now, maybe you could fit a boob in a shoebox or a panoose. How do you say it? Panoose. Sure. That might be tasteful as long as you have permission. Guys, do not send me pictures of your panooses and boobs in a shoebox full of 20s. Unless you really, really want to. But warn me. Make the link say, Brian, before you click this, it's my cock in a shoebox of 20s. Or it's my boob covered in 20s. We have questions here in the chat. If you want to highlight your question like some people actually are, you can do that with your little bits that you have here in Twitch. Kelly Rose has a question. I'll be driving for 14 hours on Saturday. What's the best way to stay awake? Take a nap during driving. It's very simple, Kelly Rose. You're in the damn car. It's a comfortable seat. Cruise control. Get yourself relatively centered. Set an alarm. I mean, don't be irresponsible, Kelly. Set an alarm. 10 minutes at a time, I'm thinking. 10-minute nap. Boom. Especially through Iowa, where the roads are perfectly straight because there's nothing in Iowa. I'm sorry, Iowa. I've been to your state. And you thought I was going to say something good at the end there, but I've just been to your state. And it's Iowa. And there it is. Right there, stuck to Illinois and whatever the Kentucky? Where is it? Where the fuck is Iowa? Here's what I know. I was there. I was at Quad Cities. If you know Quad Cities, it's what is it? People of the Midwest. What's Quad Cities, right? I was there for a comedy sports convention, improvisational theater kind of tournament convention thing. Had a good time. It's always a bit of a party at those events. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun thing. But what equated a basic, decent sized urban area in that part of the world consisted of 4 individual cities, 2 from one state, or 2. I don't know. Are they all in Iowa? Davenport, is that one of them? It's straight rows. You'll be driving east to South Carolina. Still, you know what? Downhill. Once you get over the Appalachian Mountains, you're going to cruise downhill, but just put the car in neutral, duct tape it straight ahead. And again, guys, I know this is a comedy show, but I want to be serious with Kelly Rose right now. I'm not being irresponsible here. Set an alarm for 10 minutes. If you're rolling downhill for 10 minutes, put earplugs in, push a broomstick on to your chair, onto the horn, so your car is not only cruising, it's also going Doppler effect, named after the famous audible scienced Dr. Albert effect. I have done, now I'm not, Kelly, obviously the show's bad advice. Don't do that. The Quad Cities is 2 in Iowa and 2 in Illinois. Okay, good. I got that right at least. I feel good about that. Why don't they just all incorporate as one super special city that does span 2 states? Is that allowed? Are we allowed to do that in America? I don't think we are we? Wait, does that exist? No, it doesn't. There's Washington, D.C., which, of course, is carved out of a big chunk of my home state of Maryland. And if you look very closely at a map of Virginia, you'll notice a county called Arlington County, which I also lived in briefly, which kind of completes that weird kind of turned on its edge square that Washington, D.C. is. You ever noticed it? And there's always a chunk missing on the lower left beyond the Pentagon. That's because Virginia rescinded and pulled back its little chunk. It might have something to do with the Civil War. I don't know. But we in Maryland go, we gave a big chunk of our state to the capital of the country. What did you do, Virginia? Well, we were gonna, and then the Civil War. I don't know when it happened. Anyway, could you have a state that? Well, you kind of do. I mean, you have an urban area that does, of course. The Quad Cities. There you go. Boom. That's Iowa. That's Illinois. It's one urban area. You're dancing around that state line all the time. Okay, the same with D.C. D.C. is completely in Maryland. Well, it's its own thing. Right, okay. All right, map nerds, shut up. I'm aware of that. I'm also a map nerd. D.C. is, of course, its own thing. It's not technically part of Maryland. It's its own thing. Washington District of Columbia. There. That's its full name, by the way. And yet, they don't get to vote. Ooh, right? Oh, that's a big issue. I heard about it. Well, they get to vote, but they have no representative in the Congress. Well, they do. They have one who can't vote. That's what it is. They have one who can't vote. That's right. A city of, I don't know how people live in the actual city of D.C. It's not a huge city. The urban area is huge and millions of people there. But the city itself, I was going to say maybe 1 million, maybe only 900,000. But let's say 1 million. Let's just say 1 million. Let's say 1 million. Everybody? 1 million. Okay. Citizens of this country do not have a senator or a representative in the Congress. How about that? Actually, it's more than that. It's more than that. Oh, we're getting weird here in our history, right? Isn't no taxation? I think it was, Kyle. Not when I lived there. When I lived there, I never lived in the city. I always lived in Maryland or Virginia. I lived on the border once. I dated a girl. We lived together. She had this condo that she shared with her mom, and I lived with them. It was weird. You know what was weird about that? She went away for like 3 months one year to do some nanny work in Sweden for her friend from college who married somebody from Sweden. So she goes off to Sweden for 3 months, and I just stay. I look back at that every now and then and go, what the hell was I thinking? I'm now living as a roommate to my girlfriend's mom. It was weird. It was weird every other day. There was a moment of me going, why am I here? Why am I here? And the reason why is my mom lived in Annapolis at the time. My dad was in Laurel, if you know the lay of the land of Maryland and Virginia. I easily could have lived in those places, but I also performed with Comedy Sports Washington, which was down in Alexandria at the time, right? Was it? Hang on. Yeah. I was part of a group, a political satire theater group called Gross National Product. We did shows on Saturday night. That was down in Georgetown. So I had performing stuff that I did all in and around the D.C. area, inside the Beltway. Anyway, that condo was on the Maryland side of a road called Western, which is the northwestern, that diagonal line you see when you see D.C. It's that line. All right, so technically I still lived in Maryland, but if I went out and walked the dog or something, which I did, I took care of her dog while she was in Sweden. That justified my existence to her mother. I feel bad now for even bringing this up. Anywho, what are we talking about? Yeah. So it's not just D.C. though, right? Because isn't it Puerto Rico, right? American citizens. There's no voting member of Congress for Puerto Rico. Guam. American citizens. No voting member for the Guam. Brian's new porn name is his OnlyFans, Inside the Beltway. Yeah, Kyle Holmes. Did you bang the mom? No, Scotty. Slippers. All right, Scotty, you have the fun hat. Did I bang the mom? No. I mean, no, I really didn't. Dancing over the Mississippi. There was another question that was highlighted. This comes from Kyle Holmes. What dessert, or is that desert? I think you spelled desert. Well, I think you mean dessert. Is that? Oh, that's desert, right? How many S's are there? I don't know. Should I know what you meant. When half of the party is what dessert should you make when half the party is diabetic? Just a pound of sugar. It's time for them to break that habit. You take a pound of sugar, you put it in a big bowl, fucking candle, go. It's time for the diabetics. This is an aggressive line of a comedy bit I'm doing right now. And some of you are diabetic, and I apologize for what I'm about to say. I might be, I'm probably pre-diabetic. I don't know. Maybe I am. I honestly don't know. Pound of sugar. And for all the lactose people, big gallon of milk. We all have to break our sicknesses, right? What's it called? In psychology, immersion therapy, right? You're afraid to fly? Okay, let's go to the airport. Let's hang out at the airport. Great. Okay, now let's get in an airplane. Let's sit down, but we'll get off before it takes off. Great. Okay, now let's take a very short flight. Ooh. Okay, now let's take an hour flight. Immersion therapy. So for your friends there, whoever that was question I answered, a pound of sugar. Pound of sugar like he took the mom to pound. That's going to be tonight's theme. Oh, I can't tell you how bad these jokes really are if you guys knew the history. You can keep making them, and we're going to leave it right there. Coming up soon is Shock Collar Lie Detector. We'll answer a few more questions. Please drop something in your hat at paypal.me/BrudenChat. Venmo, use BrudenChat. If you are a Zelle user, the handle is Brian H. at BrianHowardComedy.com. Please do that now if you can so afford so. If you can't so afford so, then absolutely don't. Hang on, what am I doing there? Get that. I got to get this window open for this next segment of the show. Okay, there. Are we good? I think we're good. Where are we in the show? Good. 56 minutes in. This is Bad Advice with Brian. Ask your query here in the chat. I'll do my best to give you the worst possible answer. I can. My dad, the political science major, one time tried to explain to me when I was a snot-nosed 20-something-year-old. I'm like, hey, Dad, why can't citizens of Washington vote? Or why don't they have a representative in Congress? And he tried to explain it to me in a way that made sense to a political science major. I don't remember anything of what he said. I remember it sounding like it made kind of sense at the time. Something to do with, obviously, the federal government can't be in a city where the citizens can pass laws that'll restrict the right. You see, already my brain is gone to mush, but that's basically what it was. You can't have the government of a major nation exist in a city that's controlled by people who blah, 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 and blue, blue, blue. And is it all bullshit? Maybe. Maybe it's bullshit. I don't know. But he did try to explain it. And it makes you are a political science major. I know, exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make, Kyle. It was being explained to me in my brain, as you see Lewis is pointing out, is going crazy. Guys, I'm going to crack open another beer before I move on to the show. Let me know what you're drinking in the chat. You can do that with only emojis, with emojis only, and I will try my best to interpret these emojis on my teleprompter screen. I have you guys zoomed in as far as I'm able to. Let me see. Oh, God, why am I doing this now? Why am I choosing to do this now? Okay, there we go. I made it slightly larger. Okay. God damn it. It keeps doing something. It's really freaking annoying. Kelly Rose is having wine. I can't scroll anymore. Paul and Becky are having some sort of scotch or rum and wine. A threesome with mom and... Scotty, you know I love you. And it looks like that's water. Is that what Lewis is saying? Is it water? I can't really see that. Just like the reasoning we have two Dakotas. We only have two Dakotas so that one political party could get two more senators. Is that it? Okay. Interesting. I assume they're both well, wait a minute. I know there's somebody named Tester who's a Democrat, and he's a Dakota senator, right? I imagine the other senators are Republican. I don't know why, but I think that part of the world tends to. And again, I'm not judging anybody's politics here. I'm just saying that that's probably a Republican part of the world. But I know there was a guy named Tester who was a senator there, and he was a Democrat. Hat size is having, I can't see it because it's too small, and I can't make it larger. That was me trying a few seconds ago. Scotty got too hottie. That's a cherry 7-Up 0. Cherry 7-Up 0, a 0 calorie. You basically are having like this, but with no calories. Wait, does this have calories? Should I try it? Oh, I can't. I don't have a glass. All I have is the beer glass, and it's full of beer. The other glass I keep away from me because I spit on myself. It dribbled. Tester is from Montana. Sorry, Kyle. Well, I knew he's from that part of the world. I think Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota just should be their own country. I mean, no offense. If you live there, I hear it's beautiful. Oh, it's going to be easily one of the most beautiful countries in the world. But my God. Come on. By the way, you want to win a fun bar bet? I've done this with people all the time, and 90% of the time, it works every time. I say, name every state, and I'm going to write on a sheet of paper the state that you won't name. And I write down the name of a state, and they name a bunch of states. We go, okay, we start writing them down. Okay. You know which one they always forget? Montana. I will give them a certain amount of time, say, do you give up? And they'll go, okay. And then you look at your list and you count, and you'll count 49 states because they'll get them all. And they'll get North and South Dakota only because there's North and South. Yeah, that stimulates the brain. If Dakota was just a state, although a lot of kids are named Dakota now. They like the name, Dakota. It's native, right? Dakota. I realize my key light's aimed at the camera a bit. Am I going to fix it? Oop. Or my almost said my mom. How fucking Freudian is that? My wife just laughed. but people won't say Montana. Yes, it's delicious. They make a zero version. I'll take your word for it, Scotty. Guess what the timeout did to the did do? It deleted my mod status. I will fix that. Hang on. Oh, wait, where are you? Everybody stop talking so I can fix that for, how do I do it? Okay, bring it over here. Hang on, guys, we're going to do more of the shows coming up. Don't worry. We're going to fix this one thing. I click on you, and then what do? Follow, invite, whisper, badges, gift a sub, cheer. I can't report you. Oh, here we go. Mod. I'm going to mod you. There you go, baby. You're modded. And I have no idea now how to get out of this window. No idea. No idea. Well done, Twitch. I think I just modded you. I think I did it right. See if I did it right. Hat size. You're back. You're back. You're a mod again. I clicked your name, and then you do that little adjustment I just talked about, and then, by the way, I'm keeping the chat down here. I'm sorry, it doesn't work up here, and Twitch people, hire programmers. Not even programmers. Hire people who, after the programmers do their thing, will walk in, use their programming, and respond to it like fucking humans. Well, just to make somebody a mod, you click on it and you click make mod. Okay, how do you get now back to the chat window that you were just at? What? Well, you were just in a chat window, right? Well, yeah, that's how you see the various people. And then you click on them, right? Yes. And then you go to another window, you can choose to mod them. We're going to call it modding them. Well, that's awesome. Now I'm done with that, and I need to get back to the chat window. Well, no, you have to recycle the page. Oh, fucking programmers. I piss him off on a regular. I never get timed out. Kyle, are you stepping to me, bro? Kyle, are you? I'm not gonna time you out now. We're getting shot collars coming up, and that would be mean. But Kyle, you know that we have a relationship. Scotty, you and I do too. Guys, I hold in my hand a shock collar designed to train dogs. Now, before you ask, I say right at the top of this moment of the show, no, I have never used this to train any of my dogs. This was given to me by the lovely and talented Marnie Milky, a longtime fob and supporter of the show, because I used a different one before that started not working. So she gave me this little sucker, which can be charged. And I'm going to put it on my neck in a second. What does a shock collar do? Well, this one, of course, has 3 settings. It can either beep. Oop, hang on. Is it linked up? Let's make sure it's linked up first. Yep, it is. So here's the beep. It also vibrates. You guys hear the vibrate? I always do this. Can you hear this? Make it 3. Ooh, it goes to 5. Ooh, okay, here we go. 5. Ooh, you heard that, right? And it can shock, and I don't do that because even though I'm pretty sure that this is a bit of foam over the electronics of the microphone that are down there, but just my luck. I destroy my microphone with this. Okay, now that you know it works, I always wrap it around my neck in such a way that the little electrodes there come in contact with my skin on the side of my neck that did not have cancer. Guys, get those moles checked. Skin cancer is one of the most prevalent cancers in America. It's the easiest one to treat. That's why you rarely hear dramatic stories about it, but it's also the easiest one to let get away from you. And if you do, it can be serious shit. I caught mine in time. I'm fine as of right now, but I actually have to go in because I have some stuff developing over here, which I'm fine, but that might not be fine, but don't worry, you'll be informed. Either way. Oh man. Oh no. Pesto burp. Unpleasant. And not like I just had a delicious plate of, tortellini with pesto with cheese inside or chicken sausage and pesto. Just a straight up Unpleasant. And it's a Tuesday. What should I do to celebrate? Maddie Natty, if tomorrow is your birthday and you're turning 48, wish you to celebrate. You know, just, you know, I have nothing for you. I'm so sorry you dropped. My brain was already setting up shock collar lie detector. You dropped a advice question in. I think one of those little polar bear plunges would be fun. How about that, Maddie Natty? Let's do that, Maddie Natty 999. I don't know where you live. It's only December 15th. I live in Southern California. I'm sure any polar bear plunge I do around here would probably be embarrassing compared to you Midwestern people. So, Maddie Natty, if you live somewhere you have to carve through the ice tomorrow for your birthday, do a polar bear plunge. There you go. That's my advice. And Maddie Natty, tune in Wednesday right here on the same Twitch channel at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be doing beer and songs, and you will get, if you show up and remind me that it was your birthday tomorrow, and by then it'll be yesterday, you get an improvised song that you can clip and share with Western Washington. It's pretty cold, but not that. That's still pretty goddamn cold, Maddie Natty. I stand by initial response. And Colin tired to work on Wednesday. Exactly. You have D&D on Wednesday night. God damn it. Well, have me on in the background, Maddie Natty. And roll that 20, buddy. Slippers. Shock collar lie detector, guys. I have a shock collar around my neck. It's there right now. I proved to you that it works. In a moment, one of you is going to volunteer to play against me in this game. Or you can volunteer someone else in the chat. We've been doing that a lot lately, so why the hell not? Whoever finally accepts the mantle of representative of you, much like, what's her name? Agnes Aberdeen? Katniss from the, what were they called? The movies where all the teenagers killed each other. That's what that movie was. Creepy. Wednesday the 25th? Well, this week's show is like 2 days from now. No, I'm not doing a show on Christmas. What's going to happen is I'm going to read a statement that's either true or false. That person playing against me will then ask me questions about that statement. I'll do my best to answer those questions. You as the audience can also ask questions, but I will try to give relevance. I'm having a hard time with words tonight. I will try to give precedence. Precedence? Everdeen. Candace Everdeen. Thank you, nerd. Scotty. Figures. Precedence? That's not the right word. I guess I nominate Maddie if he's still here. Absolutely. Maddie Natty, take me on, buddy. It's got a lot of fun. Ask me questions. When you're after a few minutes, I will decide when we're ready to move on. I'll say to the contestant, hey, do you have an opinion? Is what I said true or false? That person will then say, yes, I have an opinion. I'm ready to answer. I say the answer is true. I don't want to have a replay of last week. Please, let's have that part of the show be organized by me. I like to build a theatrical drama with it. And let's say you say it's true. And it is true. Then that means you got it right. You get a point. You read through my web of lies because I'm trying to manipulate and make you think it's false, whatever. And I get shocked on the old shock collar. We then go to round 2, which is the same thing, only in reverse. You give us a statement. I ask questions. I usually sit back and let the audience ask questions. I just watch the answers and I come up with my idea. I eventually give my answer. It's true or false. Let's say I say it's false. And let's say that it is false, then I get a point. But if it is true, I got it wrong, I get shocked again. It's best of 3, so it's possible to win the game in 2 rounds. And if you win the game, ladies and gentlemen, you win a, what is that? What just went away? Oh, that graphic is missing. That's right. My computer did a whole update recently. This kind of sucks. And all the little on-screen graphics, like the Starbucks gift card, which should be right here, it's currently is not right there because it got moved to another folder because Apple decided, hey, all that crap on your desktop, it's still there, just in another folder that's no longer called the desktop. But trust me, if you win tonight's game right here, you're going to see a little graphic that says it's not there. I don't know why I'm doing this. Just imagine, fuck it. You're going to win $10 in Starbucks coffee. Okay. Who wants to play against me? I can't because I am a loser from last week. I can't. Hat size cans. I volunteer the birthday boy, Maddie Natty Everdeen. Maddie Natty, are you still here? If you are, just say you're here and we'll play the game. And you can win $10 in coffee. Thanks to my 23 years of seniority, I get the 24th, 25th, and 31st off and the 1st. And I'll be taking my birthday week off too. Good for you. I'm here, but I don't really know what I'm doing. It's very, very simple. All you got to do is answer some questions. All right, Maddie Natty? You're going to play. I've decided you're going to play, Maddie Natty. It's going to be a lot of fun. All you got to do is answer questions about, all right, look at that. Guys, first of all, big round of applause for Maddie Natty. He's like, I'm here. I don't know what's going on. But he goes, okay, I'm in. I love that. I love that about you, Maddie Natty. I wish you could be here Wednesday, but you're playing D&D, and I dig that too. That's a lot of fun. And thank you, Gary Pauls, for that very weird number you just tipped me. Okay, Maddie Natty, I'm looking at some statements. I'll explain it as we go. All right, Maddie Natty? Very simple. I have some statements in front of me. I have 1, 2, 3 statements. I want you to pick a number between 1 and 3. That's all I have to do right now, Maddie Natty. Just write down here on the chat 1, 2, or 3. Maddie Natty 999 says 2. I am copying. Oh, did I do a typo? I think I did. That's okay. I am typing. I'm going to make this into a poll too, so I have to find that window, and somehow it got buried underneath everything. Where is my polling window? I really can't find it. Where the hell is it? Why is it way over there? That's not it either. Oh, God damn it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to Twitch offices, where the hell they are. Okay. I'll set up the poll, actually, after I put the comment here in the chat. Yeah, that's true. I could have just done that. All right, we'll do that right now. Here is the statement, Maddie Natty. You ready? It's right there. I just wrote it. Brian Howard Live. The statement is, I am wearing women's underwear. That is the statement. Go over here and make a new poll. New poll. The statement again is, if you're asking me questions, I am currently writing the poll, so give me a second. And I do tend to start to curse here on this part of the show. Okay. All right. My statement is, I am wearing women's underwear, Gary says, and the number of Brian's trigger, I don't know what that means. Doesn't everyone? Exactly, hat size. The bra or panties, says Kyle Holmes. Panties. Is it a thing? I believe you meant thong, and the answer is no. Gary says wink, wink. I know what you meant. I'm going to guess. What? Natty? Maddie Natty, don't answer yet. Ask me questions. Ask me questions and look at the questions and answers that the other people are asking. Okay? All right? Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. Twitch's headquarters. Thank you, Scotty. Oh, I'm going. Oh, 350 Bush Street, second floor, San Francisco. Oh, you mother. What color are they? Gray. Kelly, they're gray. So, Maddie Natty, look at the questions and answers that we're getting right now. Try to decide, looking at my face, am I lying or telling the truth? I'm wearing women's underwear. Silk or satin? I don't know. What brand? Kyle? I don't know. He said Bush. I did say Bush. Kelly Rose, G-string? No, not a thong. Cotton or woolen? I don't know. Cotton. What's the material? I don't know what the material is made out of, guys. Stop asking questions about the material. Who did you steal them from? I asked politely, and my wife gave them to me. Granny panties? No, not granny panties. What's the cut type? I don't know what that means. I think they're high. They're slightly high waisted. How can you know so little about underwear you're wearing right now, Maddie Natty? First of all, it's a very good question. Maddie Natty, tell me what your underwear is made of. And by the way, Maddie Natty, I love your pushback. That's what we're all about here on this show. You got it in my grill. Oh, yeah? How can you not know about the underwear you're wearing, Brian? Cotton. All right, Natty. Are they women's boxer briefs? No, Kelly Rose. Were your regulars all in the laundry? No. I like hat size, getting to the psychology of it. By the way, you may see my dog walking around behind me right now. Cotton, says Gary. Okay, I don't need to know what all your underwear is, guys. Cotton, says Gary. Do you like wearing them? Kelly, I don't mind it at all. Are they clean or dirty? That's Scotty answering that. They're clean. Well, I've been wearing them for a couple hours now. I put them on clean, Scotty. I know you do, Gary. Okay, I think now is long enough. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't put the poll up. Okay, so Maddie Natty, chill out. Don't answer yet. I know you already answered once before. We're gonna slow things down here a bit. I just put a poll in the field. Go on up to the top of the chat. You will see the poll. The statement again is, I am wearing women's underwear. Did you smell them first? No, Scotty. Wait, what did you just say? Just don't like to you get shocked. Well, that's very nice of you, Gary. How could such flimsy under things contain the giant hangy parts? First of all, Steve, thank you very much. Let's just say that I'm a tall man and I am proportionate, but I'm within the bounds of reality. If you just joined the show, this is Bad Advice with Brian. I'm currently playing a game of Shot Colorado Detector. I'm playing against somebody named Maddie Natty. I have made the statement, I am wearing women's underwear. People are asking me questions whether or not that's true. That may be false. I may be lying. I'm diving into the porno theme. I now give you my fun hat. Scotty, oh, look at that. A fun hat relinquished independently of me. So let's all bow to the solidarity, the magnanimity, the fancy words for being a gentleman of Scotty Got Too Hottie. Hat size, you get the fun hat for talking about my giant schwanz. Hat size is happy about that. Okay, let's view the results of the poll. And Maddie Natty, you can choose. Maddie Natty, you do not have to agree with the audience. They are often wrong. I'm just telling you that right now. Okay. The poll is about to end. I am wearing women's underwear. It looks like totally fucking true. Only 5 of you voted. There's more of you than that here. I love you guys, but I really wish more of you would participate in the voting. Okay, guys? Get involved there. Okay, Maddie Natty, the audience says in a vote of only 3-2, one more person. But be that as it may, Maddie Natty, the audience says it's true that I am currently wearing women's underwear. Maddie Natty, you did already answer once before. I don't know if your answer has changed or not. Hopefully you're still here. Gosh, if he's not, we're going to quickly give the mantle of contestant to somebody else to get ready for that. Whoever that's going to be, I don't know. Maddie Natty, if you're still present here on the show, I'm going to change my mind. See, Maddie Natty? Now you understand how the game works, right? He says totally fucking true. And Maddie Natty, I love you even more. Not only did you push back, but you're getting a little cursy, and I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, your buddy Brian, right before you, is wearing women's underwear. Now, calm down. The show is not going to get X-rated here, but I'm going to stand. I'm going to show you the top of the band. I believe that's in the shot. Yes, it is. There's my waist. Here's my shirt. Sorry for the paleness. Gird your loins. There you go, guys. That is a pair of my wife's undergarments that I put on specifically for tonight's show and this question. That is my navel. I'm furry. I'm white. I am wearing gray to answer the question. I think somebody asked what color they are. I forgot what they were. They're gray. I am wearing ladies' underwear, which means, Maddie Natty, you got it right, buddy, which means I get a little shock in the old neck region here. We're going to go over here to the close-up for that to show you that I'm set at level 1 That goes up every time I get shocked. So level 1, we're going to press the button. Here we go. So you guys can watch it. Where should I put it? There's looks good. Ow! Okay. God bless America. Maddie Natty, you're winning 1-0. In other words, you got that one right. I try to deflect a few things. I do a little acting when it's my turn. I admit that when it's my turn to manipulate the audience, I could use my facial expressions, my tone of voice, what have you. It's kind of easier for me to manipulate, to make you think the wrong thing. And yes, I am trying to do that. But you saw right through my ruse. You all believed that I was, and I really am. Maddie Natty, all you need now. What did you just say? Well, hello there. Came in on a weird shot. Yeah, you did. Maddie Natty, all you need now, buddy, is a statement. Any kind of statement, kind of like the one I just said. Something based on in the world of reality is good. Something, and it has to be about you. Don't say, Calgary is the capital of Alberta. I'm not sure if it is, or something like that. It has to be something like that. I met a famous person. I had this interesting experience. I fell in love. Maybe that's not so good. But you get the idea, Maddie Natty. A statement like that, a personal statement about yourself, it can be a lie. That thing happened to be true, but that easily could have been a lie. Do you understand? Okay, Maddie Natty. Go ahead right now. Let me know. Let us all know here on the show what your statement is. You got it. All right, Maddie Natty. Put your statement in there, buddy. Hi, Danny. Danny, our other. Hey, Danny, you missed it. I accidentally blocked Hat Steve for like 10 minutes. It's not a wedgie, Danny. We established that. They're just Maria's panties. And I asked her because I thought I'd do this tonight for you people. You were here for the night where I showed you that I'm wearing women's underwear. Okay, Maddie Natty, make any statement you want right there in the chat. I will put it into one of those poll things, and we'll start asking you questions. I tend to lay back on this part of the show and let the audience ask questions, and I just kind of observe it. Okay, so Maddie Natty, any statement, buddy? I lost my virginity at Disneyland. My brother once went on a date with Madonna. Okay. Copy, paste, audience, there's your statements. You can start asking Maddie Natty questions. Maddie Natty, when you respond, I know this is being a little bit persnickety about how to do it. It's best to say the first name of the person asking the question and then yes or no, okay? Or wherever, like if Bill says, hey, where was it? You go, Bill, Chicago. That way, they know you're answering their question. That's all you got to do. I can do it with a microphone. It's much easier for me. So you have a little more typing to do. So Maddie Natty, get your fingers ready. You got to type here. Okay, let's look at some questions here. Spirit of Christmas, Maddie Natty. When was it? I don't think you have to at the contestant. We all know that the questions are for them. And don't overpower Maddie Natty, guys. We got a few questions in there. Let's let him catch up. I'm assuming you're a man, Maddie. Well, I don't know how you identify, but your name is Matt, I assume. Some great questions. Let's let Maddie Natty catch up. Okay. So let's slow down here a little bit. Okay. I think when was it? And that's Kyle's question. And Natty says 1979. 79. How old is Madonna? Okay. That checks out. Okay. Kelly Rose is kind of the same question. And you can do this too. And no offense to the people asking questions, and it's not going to bother Kelly. She's very cool. Maddie Natty, if you've already kind of answered a question, don't answer it again. Kelly's question, Kelly just got her answer. In other words, does that make sense? Kelly, you get it, right? Kelly gets it. Pre-stardom, again, that's more of a time question. What year was it? Scotty, you've already answered that. Toy drive this week. Where do they go on the date? That's a good one. Oh, but look at Maddie Natty in Detroit. I know that she's from Detroit. So that's so far, that's pretty good. Had she dyed her hair blonde back then? Oh, good question. See, here's what Gary's doing. Maddie Natty, I'm going to let you in on something here. If you're trying to deflect and like change what we think of it, remember, some of these maniacs are currently Googling. They're going Madonna 1979. Everybody that's currently playing the game is figuring out if she had brown or blonde hair. Of course, she's not a natural blonde, but. No, she was a brunette. Okay. And in Detroit, did they go out? By the way, Maddie, you're doing great. Did they go out more than once? No, just on one date. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Nobody else is asking. You said your brother. Are you also from Detroit, Maddie Natty? Just, we need to clarify, because then people can ask questions about Detroit. See what I'm doing there? And we can find if you're lying. Are you from Detroit, Maddie Natty? Yes, I'm from Detroit. Okay. I have no Detroit questions. What's a good specific? Oh, well, this obvious one. You know, what city do you arrive at if you go over that bridge due south of Detroit? But everybody, that's another old fun little bar game. Maddie Natty, maybe you saw me as Brune at the Washington Midsummer Renaissance Fair. I'm happy to tell you I will be there all 5 weekends starting in August this year. How do you meet her? That's a good question. Maddie Natty, you don't have to answer my question. My question was stupid. I believe that you're from Detroit. By the way, Detroit-style pizza is starting to become a thing here in L.A. My favorite pizza joint in L.A., which closed down, unfortunately, recently. I'm very pissed about that. Before they closed, you could get like a regular pizza and then Detroit-style. No Chicago-style. You can go to another place for Chicago-style. And I really like the Detroit style. It's really good. How did he meet her? Fair question from Scotty, Maddie. I want to see that one answered. How did he meet her? By the way, Maddie's currently winning 1-0. If he gets this right, he wins $10 in Starbucks coffee. Mutual friend. Okay. She was part of the club scene back then before she moved to New York. I think I know a little bit about Madonna's history. She was a club-going dancer girl, and then she went to New York and was dancing in the club scene there and then started recording her voice. Oh, hat size highlighted her. Did the pit hair turn your brother off? Oh, hence the pit hair. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, okay, Maddie, this is up to you if you want to answer Gary's question. That's a little bit personal, but okay. No, she never called him back. Did they hook up? Okay, fair. I mean, you know what? You brought up a dating, so that's a fair question. What was impression of how the date went? Gary, don't know. I was very young. Oh, this is an older brother. Okay. Okay, I'm putting the poll in the field, guys. Maddie Natty makes the statement that his brother, not him. And I like that. I like that, Maddie Natty. You separated yourself from the facts here a little bit. I'm not telling you what my answer is yet, whether it's true or false, but I know somebody who's played this game before, and it's your first time, Maddie Natty, but maybe you're this brilliant. You play D&D, which already means you're smart. You know how you're very detail-oriented, and when you understood the game, you went, oh, I get it. I got to manipulate the situation. And so you went, aha, I'll think of somebody. I'll say that I dated somebody famous. No, I'll say a relative did. A little separation of truth. I'm giving you a lot of credit that maybe you don't deserve, man. Gary, I don't know. I was very young. Kyle, he really liked her. Thought it went better than she liked him, apparently. Okay. Guys, the polls in the fields at the top of the chat. Currently, 4 of you are saying that is true. None of you are saying that's false. The audience is leaning hard true. There's way more than 4 people in the audience, so please vote. It's at the top of the chat if you're on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, I should have said this earlier. I'm so sorry. The majority of the audience that watches my live streaming shows watches them from Twitch. Why does it matter to come over to Twitch? That's where the most of the people are. A majority of the show is about the fun of the chat. Why do I still stream to Facebook and YouTube? To try to move you over to my Twitch channel. Maybe I should probably stop doing that. I might. Maybe 2 nights from now. Wednesday night beer and songs. I probably still will. I'll still stream it to Facebook. Because there's old people, guys. Not all of you are the young, hip kids that know how Twitch works. I don't think he got further than a kiss. Aw. Still, Madonna Ciccione? 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 What's her given last name? Ciccione. Totally true, says the audience. But only 6 people voted. Ciccione. Yeah, he knows it. As a famous Detroiter. Totally true. Okay, I'm ready for my answer. Everybody get ready here. You can stop asking questions. Maddie from Detroit, they make very good pizza. By the way, the bar bet is what country is due south of Detroit, immediate south of, you'd say Mexico. Well, no, it's Canada because Windsor, Canada. Go look at a map. Windsor, Canada has this weird little penis of a chunk of land, and it's due south, essentially, of Detroit. Okay. Slippers. Maddie, you're new to the game. You Twitch? All right, Paul. All right, Becky. I'm sorry. That is true. Every time you guys highlight, I make a nickel or 4 cents. Every time you highlight a comment. It costs you guys 3 cents to highlight something, and I make 3 cents. Hey, drop something in the hat, by the way. Maddie, to tie the game, if I get this right, I'm going to say this is true. I believe that you are from Detroit. I believe since you're new to the game, and this is not to impugn your intelligence in any way, but I think that the level of shenanigans and subterfuge that I bestowed upon you was of somebody who's been part of this community for a while. And I think you're kind of new to the world of the Brian Howard live streams. And I think that you said something that is true because it's a very cool memory in your family's life. I think you're a delightful person. And I think I caught you in a truth. And you'll tell me right now if I'm correct or if I'm wrong. If I'm correct, I get 1 point and we're tied to go to round 3. If I'm wrong, I get shocked. It's false, mother. Mother. Fucker. Are you frozen? My brother is older, but he would have been way too young. Yeah, 79. And you know what? The first question asked gave it away. Madonna and I are like the same age, roughly. No, she's older than me by maybe 4 years, 5 years. In 79, she would have been 13. No, she'd have been like 16. God damn it. Okay, 2 things. Let's just say to Maddie Natty, I'm just a gay guy of a certain age, so I not know a lot about Madonna. Okay, Maddie Natty, hat size. Please give your fun hat to Maddie Natty because he just earned it. I'm just a gay guy of a certain age. I know a lot about Madonna. Before I do the shocking, Maddie Natty, congratulations. You won. I lost round 1. I am wearing ladies' underwear, and I lost round 2. I thought your brother did date her. I am wrong. A lot of us are wrong. All of us are wrong that voted. Please, Maddie Natty, if you're not connected to me on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Brian Howard Live. If you guys could put it in there, that'd be great. Brian Howard Live. That is my presence on Facebook where I promote all the live shows I do over here on Twitch. Message me there with your email address. Don't put it here in the chat. You don't want to get these weirdos your email. They're weird. And I will send you the Starbucks gift card probably within the next 2 or 3 days. Sometimes I forget, but you'll get it. Check your junk mail folder every now and then. Make sure it doesn't get booted over there because it's coming from like a corporate entity. It's coming from Starbucks, basically. Okay, so Maddie, we're going over here to, I'm going to go to shock, and we're at level 2. I started doing this last week, and I regretted it then. I'm not going to talk about it. We're just going to go. Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, fuck, I hate when it does this. Why didn't it do it? That was the worst. That was the worst. I hate it when there's a pause. I don't know why. Every now and then the collar and the remote lose connection, and you hit the button and hang on. Let's see if it beeped right away. It buzzed right away. Well, I'm not going to do the shock again. Oh, congratulations, Maddie Natty. Welcome to the community of Brian Howard Live. We'd love to see you Wednesday, but you got D&D to play. I totally dig that. I don't know what your character is. I'm not a big D&D guy, but I did make a character. I made a character. I played online with Todd Stashwick. Doing a little name dropping here. He's the actor who plays Captain on the TV show Picard, the ship that Picard and Riker steal. He's the guy that plays the captain of that ship, the one who's eating the pudding in the scene. I call it pudding. I told him that to his face. Hey, what flavor was that pudding? He laughed about it. It's funny. He's a good guy. And he did a little during the pandemic. He did a online. He did a game of D&D, and somehow I got to be part of it, and it was a lot of fun. Online, we did it online, and I'm not a D&D guy, and I made a class. I think what did I come up with? I wanted to be. I wanted to be I didn't want to be somebody who was violent, even though a lot of the game was that. I wanted to be somebody that had a skill that maybe could help, because I know there's a lot of creatures. And I ended up being a half human, half something. And my thing was I could talk to animals. Yeah. Here's the thing. We're playing the game. And when something would happen, and we're on Zoom. So there's Todd, and there's all the players, 4 other players, other actor, writer, Hollywood types, and me. And it was right after I got this new camera. It was new then. I'm currently coming to you through a Canon AE 6, whatever. I'm coming through a decent Canon digital camera. Anyway, and we would encounter something, and one guy would say, "We attack," and we roll for initiative. And whenever I got the initiative, "Oh, Brian, what do you want to do?" I go, "Oh, let me try to talk to them," because it was almost always a creature. And I'd roll my little die. He gave me some dice, or I ordered some on this same table that I'm sitting at right now. And I go, "Oh, I got a 4. Oh, you nothing. Oh, fuck." And we'd end up just hacking and fighting. I'm like, God. Because I like RPG games. I do. I like RPG computer games. I think I don't know if I've been. And Maddie Natty, I mean, you live in the Seattle area. I'm up there in August, and I have that connection I just told you about here in LA. I'm going to reach out to Todd soon, because he does these online things, and he hasn't invited me back, and I'm not sure if I offended. I don't think I've offended him. We've chatted since then, and everything's fine. But I think I got a little nerdy with it, to the point where, like, well, let me try to talk to the crazy violent bat animal that's holding our friend hostage with a spike through its neck. And maybe the other people were like, "Hey, don't invite this guy back. We just want to fight and get weird." I was Dr. Doolittle. I was. Yeah, it's my friend Todd. Anyway, sorry for name dropping. Let me pick that name up. Guys, this is Bad Advice with Brian. I have time for 1 or 2 more questions before we get into What's It with Brian. Yes, another part of the show where people can win prizes. It's it's a question and answer game. And you're like, "Brian, why do you have 2 games in your show that both involve Q&A?" Because of this. I don't want to just put up, because there are. I looked at them. There's all kinds of games I could have downloaded and made them plugins here on Twitch, where you click the screen. You guys know that we used to have our trivia games that don't work anymore. But then that's kind of cold. It's better to chat with each other and to talk with each other. So I make the games interactive. That would be a great shock collar story. Well, except it's true, and I just told you, and I really did play D&D with Todd. Todd's famous, more famous than me. If Todd's fame ever gets like Tom Cruise fame, then I will say, "I once played D&D with Todd Stashwick," and you'd go, "Fuck, you don't know Todd." I do know Todd. It would have been one, Kyle. It would have been one. By the way, check out Todd Stashwick. He does fun little Instagram live things, which I'm going to start doing, by the way. I'm going to reach out to my patrons right now. We're going to have coffee tomorrow, and I want to let you know we're going to have our individual coffees, but I think I'm going to start doing live Brune or just me as Brian Howard coffee hangout, chatty things, probably Brune. I'll wear regular clothes. I won't put on the Renaissance fair. I might wear the hat. And come to those and check those out. I haven't definitely made it happen yet, but as you guys know, I'm always telling you about stuff I'm thinking about doing and maybe going to do. I'm trying to be very careful with my online presence because it can get very ugly and go into content. As you guys know, I hate the word content. That's what all the stuff that I do here on social media, including this show here, is this. It's a personality. It's interactive. We did shot collar stuff. We're drinking beers. We're asking questions. We're going off on fun comedy tangents. It's not content. I think the word content is ugly. I think it's going to ruin our culture. And I'm doing the best I can, guys, fighting using the same tools, but fighting for the good fight of personalities and talent and creativity. I'm going to lose this fight. We are going to lose this fight. And if we're all in our 50s and 40s, my audience tends to skew a little more that age, we'll be dead long before it goes away. But remember, our children, I feel bad for my daughter, who one year will go to watch the Oscars, and the Oscar for Best Actor will be the guy who attacked the pizza delivery man at the door on the Ring camera. I will now get off my soapbox. Isn't that weird to think about that? Social media being what it is, content being what it is, the majority of people here on Twitch being what they are. They've got the same microphone. They've got, of course, the mic stand crazy in the frame and they're just making content. Speaking of content, how's this for a transition? Head on over to brianhowardcomedy.com. Go to the store. Get the lovely new pin honoring the Bad Advice Show. I give bad advice. That's right, patrons. I'm only say this one more time, and that's tonight. I'm never going to mention it again. I put a poll up on my Patreon. Should this pin say, I take bad advice or I give bad advice? The Patreons overwhelming me. Like 2-to-1 ratio voted for take bad advice. And I did not take their advice because I thought, you know what? I want the pin that you wear around the world to be proactive, not submissive. You don't take. You're not a sub. You're a dom. If you're watching the show, you're a dom. Unless you really are a sub, in which case, in a way, you're kind of a dom. Remember, the sub is manipulating the dom by allowing them. Never mind. Anyway, the point is, I think this makes a better pin to wear around a Renaissance fair, around your offices, around your holiday party. Go on over to brianhowardcomedy.com. Click on the button for the store. I should have this link ready, but maybe one of the mods can do it for me. And get this pin. I give bad advice. I will let you know that the artwork on the pin you'll get is a little different from this. Was like a first round. I have made the little devil guy slightly larger and slightly squishier, more like a cartoon. But I love it. I give bad advice. Okay. This is Bad Advice and Brian. You should use the pin like a military challenge coin if the fob gets caught without it at a Ren fair. Ooh, that was fun. I want to read. What the fuck was that? They owe you a drink. I like that. Jack the Whipper is the sub show. Okay. I think I'll see Jack in Florida soon. I'll tell him you said that, Maddie. Why is he the sub show? I don't know that. I was Disney again last week, and every time I walk past one of those people who would try to get in the camera and make some odd face or bend over slowly. Wait, hang on, Scotty. What is Scotty? What are you saying, Scotty? You highlighted this. This cost Scotty 6 cents. So we got to read this. You went to Disney. Okay, you live in Florida. Okay, you went to Disney World past weekend. And every time I walk past one of those people, I would try to get in the camera and make some odd face or bend over slowly. Oh, the streamers. Oh, the content people. Oh, yeah. Oh, Scott, I didn't want to talk about it, man, because I'm a theme park nerd. You guys know this. You watch my shows. I'm a big Disney fan. I've not been in Disneyland. I live in L.A. And while I grew up going to Disney World, and now I would love to go to Disneyland. I can't afford it. But when I can afford it to bring the family, it's like $100 a day. Fuck, I got to pay the mortgage. Speaking of which. And who am I talking? Is this Kyle or Scotty? This is Scotty, right? Okay, Scotty. I don't know how I would be either. And here's the deal. I like those guys. I will occasionally go down YouTube rabbit holes of theme park people. And they're often at the theme parks talking. And I'm like, if I'm walking, trying to get to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and some asshole's talking about, yo, what's up? Here I am at the Frontierland. It's like, oh, I don't know what I would do. Here's my thing. Oh, you know what pissed me off? And I'm not sure if I should say this. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I don't know if you know this content creator. She is an African-American woman. Let me describe her. She appears to thin. How else can I describe her? Just describe what she does, Brian. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to make you guys know who I'm talking about. And her thing is she crouches down really low and then walks like duck walks. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, she's this lady who crouches down and she walks in a way where imagine crouching right now and then being able to walk. You never go full streamer. Kyle. Exactly. And that's her thing. And she'll be walking around malls and stuff. And has this character. She does it. Hey, move out of the way, whatever it is. And I guess in a way she kind of sounds like Edna Mode from the Incredibles Pixar film series. And I saw that she went to Disney World, Disneyland. I think she was at Disneyland, which means she's out here in Southern California. And she was walking around doing the thing. And I'm like, I wasn't there, but if I was, I probably would have gone, oh my God, I just spent $400 to bring my family to this theme park, and you're doing your fucking bullshit. Please get your ass out of my face. Oh, is it a guy? Oh, it's not. It's a guy. I thought it was a woman. Lower the mic. Is it too much in the frame? Paul and Becky, that's funny. Or am I distorting? I'm sorry if I'm distorting. I think it's a lady. But either way, be that as it may, she's the most annoying one because it's like one thing is somebody saying, hey, I'm Brian, and we're going to talk about the history today of the Matterhorn. Tune in. And then they do their thing and they have some shots. Okay, fine. I don't like the idea of using this thing that I paid to get into to enjoy myself. And I got to have your dumbass. I have to walk around you while you hold your phone like this. And maybe they're subtle about it. I don't know. But this lady went one step further. Hold on. I have a point here. And she decided to make Disneyland her backdrop. The guy saying, hey, welcome to Brian Does Disney, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Matterhorn. And then I give you some information. You're a theme park nerd. You like the theme parks and roller coasters and Disney. And you're like, oh, thank you, Disney nerd Brian. I go, great. Mash that like button. Okay, and I get ad revenue, and I make a living as a YouTuber. Okay, fine. That's where we are now. I accept that. The mic is getting higher and higher. It's not. Oh, people are fucking with me. It's on a stand. Am I just shrinking? I think my chair is shrinking. But be that as it may. I think it's a lady. The one I'm thinking about, Scotty, is a gal. It's definitely a gal. She's doing her little shtick, but she's at Disneyland doing it. And it's like, fuck you. That's the line that you shouldn't cross as a content creator. You want to do content about a theme park, and of course I work in the Ren Fair business, and come to the Ren Fair, do your content. I get it. I do jokes about it on my show. I mock those people relentlessly at my show. And I've offended one or two of them. I know that for a fact. No stories right now. Their panties are getting higher and higher. God damn it. Guys, you're stretching this out. I wanted to get into What's It with Brian, but we're talking about this now. But that's the line. Can we all agree on that? Our audience is not big right now, our live audience. People that are seeing this after it was live, you can chime in too, even though we won't see your comments because you weren't here when it happened. Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Make your content. Do your little funny walking down a city street. But as soon as you pay $100 for you to go into Disneyland, you're now on their turf. They're doing the entertainment. I came to ride the Matterhorn, get a corn dog, get a picture with Mickey and Minnie, or the guys that are dressed like the soldiers from Toy Story, the people that are paid to be there. They're professional entertainers, and you're walking the fuck around on your little duck walk. Oh, I want this lady to come near me so much. If you see her on YouTube, guys, I wish her no ill will, nothing but love between me and you. But stop it. Stop making that about you. There you go. Oh, I found it. There it is. This is about me because it's on my Twitch channel. Great. And if I go out on the street and start doing bullshit, okay, people might not sign a release, but they might, and then they're on my... Okay, fine. But you go to Disneyland and you start walking around, you're on somebody else's dime at that point. I don't know, Disneyland, you shouldn't be working. If you don't work, you shouldn't be... Yeah. Thank you, Matty Natty. You don't work there as a professional entertainer like the guy in the Mickey suit who's sweating his ass off, playing an icon? Get your dumb duck walking ass off there. I'm going to YouTube when the show's over. I'm going to find her and I'm going to comment so negatively. I'm going to say what Matty Natty said. You don't work at Disneyland. Stop trying to work it. If you want to work at Disneyland, audition. Get a job. Oh, I'm calming down now. That got me riled up. How did that start? Oh, the whole conversation about content. I hate putting quotes around it, but I have to. I don't think I do anymore. It's fucking content. Speaking of content, guys, it's time to wrap the show up with what we always play at the end of the show. It's called What's It with Brian, and I got to be very careful right now because the last time I exposed the image, there it is. Is this it? There it is. Oh, I got to get rid of the other one, though. There we go. What's It with Brian? That's how you spell it. It's a very similar game to the one we just played. I'm sorry about that and that there is question and answer. But again, we have to. I once dated a girl whose sister was Aurora at Disney World, and the shit she went through was brutal. I can hear you, man. Oh, my God. Let's not dox this person, but her name is Keon Brown. Okay. All right. I hear you, man. I used to live in Florida. I never worked at I was a fan of Disney. I ran the improv. I ran Comedy Sports Orlando, and I had actors in my troupe that worked at the various theme parks, and it was good for them. And now Universal's opening Epic Universe. Are going to hire a lot more actors. So if you're a guy or a gal and you want to make a living probably as a performer, I think Orlando is calling your name, man. There's a lot of theme park acting work. But you may have to find this Keon Brown girl walking around Blue Cow. Slow down, Kelly. Let me explain the game. What's It with Brian? And this is for Maddie because you're new to the show. It's similar to the last game, except I'm looking at an image. And you're going to ask, this is like 20 questions. There'll be more than 20 questions. Only ask questions that I can answer yes or no. I put a time limit on this game. This show usually ends in 5 minutes at 7 o'clock. But you guys fired me up with that whole content conversation. It wasn't your fault. I am that flawed of a person. The first person to describe what I'm looking at the best, and I'm going to give you a little hint right now. There are 3 aspects to what I'm looking at. Okay. At a certain time, we'll also win $10 in Starbucks coffee. That's right. In this bad advice show, depending on my hat, what I make, it's a good chance this show loses me money. Drop something in the hat if you can, so I don't lose money. Ask whatever question you want. I will answer yes or no. Kelly Rose starts. As a lot of the freaks that come here a lot, it is not a blue cow. Is one aspect human, says Kelly. Scotty says definitely a man. I'm not sure what that means. No. Kelly Rose is. I think you're saying. Oh, you did say is. Is it Christmas related? Kelly Rose again. Kelly wants coffee. No, it's not Chris. It should have been. I can do this if this helps. There we go. She's been wearing this all night. I'll wear it Wednesday, maybe. Is it alive? That Scotty got too hotty? No, it is not alive. Actually, hang on. Let me move. I think I can move the chat over here. Yeah, I can. I just moved the entire window frame over here, and I can see what you guys are saying. Is it alive? Is the image mythological? Ooh, deep, but no. No, it's no. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but I think I can answer pretty confidently. No, it's not mythological. What is this window that I still have open? Oh, we don't need that one anymore. Back over here. Is there an animal involved? This is Paul and Becky. The answer is no. Is it a mammal? The answer is no. What I'm looking at is not a mammal. Looking at my various fires. I can light the heater. It's getting a little chilly out here. I like the hat. It's kind of fun. Patrons, we're going to have coffee tomorrow. Is it a building? No. No. Kind of out of nowhere on that one, Maddie, but I is it a household object? Ooh. I'm going to say no, meaning that it's not like a broom. Is it a vegetable? I'm going to say no again, but I'm going to pause as is it good? I'm going to say yes. Is it edible? I'm going to say yes. Food, Kelly Rose, yes. Does it require batteries? That's Kyle. The answer is no. By the way, this game, for the new people to the show, has a time limit, and I haven't put it on it yet. I normally try to have the show end at 7, but we'll go for a bit. Do you chew it? Yes, Scotty got too hotty. If we're going back to my whole swallowing joke from earlier. Kelly Rose, is it protein? Oh, shoot. I'm going to go yes and make that tone of voice in this face. Yes, because I think I'm right. And I don't want to mislead you. So, Kelly, I'll say yes. I think. How should a Santa hat, right? Wait. Is it a cornucopia of food? No, Kelly Rose. My God, guys are going right for it. Can you swallow it? Yes, Scotty got too hotty. It's food. I think we established that. What can you do with the ball? Oh, I like that. That was just luck. Is cheese involved in any of those 3 aspects? I don't know about the 3 aspects, but I'm going to say cheese is involved. Ooh, get it up there again. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Okay. Is the food unusual? Oh, gum you would not swallow. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, fair enough, Scotty. Is the food unusual? Well, Kelly, yes. If you're new to the game, you know that whatever this food is, there's probably an unusual aspect to it. The example I like to give that is like, okay, I'm looking at a Frisbee made of cheese. That's not the image at all, but that's the example we're talking about. Is it Malort? No. Is it related the Genoa Aztec curse? Kyle, first of all, slow clap for the callback joke. And the answer is no. You guys are so smart, it bothers me. Is it a monster cheese wheel? No. Is the food shaped in a weird way? It is not shaped in a weird way. No, its shape is normal. Good question, though, Kelly. Good question. That's gonna. Some of you are better at this than others. Is it an unalived animal, like a dead animal? No. You mean like a dead animal? No. Am I looking at a dead animal? I am not. Well, no, not in the way I think you phrased the question. Is that Maddie? Maddie? Yeah, not the way you phrased the question. I like how Twitch changes the color of all your guys' handles. Like Maddie currently is dark green to me. He may not be to him. It depends on your Twitch settings, I guess. Just a weird way of saying dead. Yeah, no, I got what you meant. I like that. It's not a. I'm not looking at a dead animal as I'm looking at this art. Not art. I shouldn't say art. You're all gonna jump on that. Don't jump on that. The word I said, art. Is it a monster meatballs and spaghetti? No. Guys, narrow it down. You're all rushing. Like, chill out. It's food. Let's find out what world of food it's in. Great. Now let's drill down on what's weird about it. Great. Okay, come on. Is an emoji involved? No. Is the cheese grated? Yes. Yes. See? Okay. There's grated cheese. By the way, Maddie, because you're new to the show, we used to play this game in reverse. My wife would pick an image and put it up on a certain Facebook page that I would not go to, and the audience saw the image, and then I would guess. But my brain, I have all kinds of what's the word? I'm crazy, so my brain can't stop, working. So I would overthink everything, and I would get like, could you, and the last 5 minutes of the show is watching me do this. And no, is there a thing with it? And it was not pleasant for anyone. And I think my audience was like, I don't want to watch this guy's live streams anymore. He fucking loses his mind every night. And so we said, let's go the other way. Is the cheese from a country shaped like a boot? Just, Kyle, guys, from here on out, there's no points for being clever. Yes. Kyle, your answer is yes. Jacked shredded cheese man with sunglasses. All right, Scotty, whatever your fantasy is. If a jack shredded cheese man, I'd fuck that guy. I'd fuck a jack. I'd fuck it, because he'd taste delicious. Is pasta involved, says Kelly Rose. I'm back to normalcy of questions. Scotty and Kyle, go sit in the corner. There is pasta involved. Maddie says, yeah, I'm in. All right, you get it. First of all, last few questions. Let's catch up. Scotty, it's not a jack shredded cheese man with sunglasses. Kelly Rose, is pasta involved? Yes. And yeah, I'm in from Maddie Natty. Maddie Natty. 999. Your name is fun to say, Maddie Natty. Ravioli. We're going to the pastas now. Okay. Fair enough. No. I like Kelly. Look at Kelly, guys. Guys, Kelly's doing the hard work here. All the dudes in the chat are just fucking lunatics. Wait. You are the small spoon tonight in the doghouse. Okay. Pasta in a big cheese wheel. No. That was Scotty said that? No. Is there also bread with the cheese in the pasta? No. There's no evidence of bread. That's hat size. Penne, says Kelly. No. All the dudes sit back while Kelly gets the pasta down, and we'll figure out spaghetti. No. Go, Kelly. Next one. Come on, Kelly. Come on, Rich. Lasagna. Yes, Maddie Natty. I am looking at lasagna. But that's not the end of the game. What is fucking weird about this lasagna? Kelly, it's not stuffed shells. I know you typed that, hit entered before I talked to Maddie. I get how the internet works. I'm not going to call you out. Guys, we're looking at a lasagna. Jot that down on the right. By the way, I'm drinking Space Dust. Can you tell that I'm much happier? My therapist says I need to find ways of quelling my depression. Does it have something to do with Garfield? Okay, Maddie Natty. I like the way you went there. The answer is no, but that's a good question. It's a great question. Lasagna with a face and hair. Scotty, yes. Kelly Rose, also in the Garfield route. I think we're getting close to a winner here. Okay, guys, here's the way this works. The internet is weird. Whoever I see first describe it. There's 3 words in my head. Hang on. There's 2 words in my head. 2 words. That if you say those 2 words in your answer, you're going to be the winner. Now, you may hit enter before somebody else, but the internet is a weird place. Whatever comes to my eyeballs first, and I've only fucked this up once before. In the time that we did, I gave a prize to both people, and it was my bad. I wasn't paying attention, but right now I'm looking right at the chat. We're looking at lasagna. Lasagna with a face and hair. I said yes to that. Lasagna shaped like Garfield. You're stuck on the Garfield. Dog face with lasagna? No. By the way, Kyle, the answer is no. Scotty, the answer is no. Is it a lasagna with eyes and a nose and a beak with hair? No. Somebody's Googling. I can't stop you guys from doing image search right now, but I'd prefer if you didn't. You're still going to win the coffee. I'm $10 into this show. Somebody buy a goddamn pen for $20. Oh, I forgot to do an ad tonight. I normally do an ad by now. Have I done an ad yet? I should probably do an ad break right now. Will that piss you guys off? I did an ad break right now. I'm going to set that up just to anger you. A 30-second ad. I have one queued up. Hang on. Is it Santa made of lasagna? Ooh, no. Is it a generic face on lasagna? No, it's not a generic face. There is a specificity to the face that I'm saying is the answer. Scary graveyard lasagna? No, it's not Halloween. Is it a celebrity image? Good question. That's hat size. I'm going to say no. No. Can I run an ad? Can you guys be patient? Let me run an ad so that Twitch will give me money and then you don't have to. No, I won't. I won't run an ad. That'd be rude. Mona Lisa lasagna? No, Kelly. You don't want to narrow it down? Don't jump ahead, guys. You guys aren't close yet to the kind of image of this face on this lasagna. Reindeer-shaped lasagna? No. I already said it's shaped like a lasagna. That was a wasted question, Kyle. Go sit with Scotty and Maddie. Work your shit out. You guys mind if I do a third? Look, I'm the only Twitch person that asks people, can I do an ad to try to make some more money? Is it a cartoon face? The way you asked the question, Maddie, I'm going to say no. Do it. Well, you guys still asking questions. So I'm not going. I should have done it before I started the game, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm wasted. You're wasted. Okay, fair enough. I'm wasted too, dude. We're all wasted here tonight. So Fitz, is it Dracula's face? No, that's hat size. Christmas tree. Wait, fuck. Christmas tree lasagna with face. That's Scotty. The answer is no. Okay. I'm caught up on the chat, I think, right? Yes. Where are we on time? Guys, we're at 7:10. I'm going to call this in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm looking at a lasagna. There's a face on the lasagna. What is the face? That's all you're working on. That's all you're working on. If you can tell me what kind of face it is, say the kind of face and the word lasagna, you put those together in a comment, you win $10 of a Starbucks gift card. Like Maddie, who already won tonight. And I used to have a rule where you couldn't win twice in one show. But Maddie, that's no longer the rule. You can get $20. Is the face of a god? No. Skull face lasagna? No. Male face? I'm going to say irrelevant. I normally try not to do that, but it honestly is. Kelly, once we see, you'll see that I'm not trying to mislead you. It's genuinely irrelevant. I don't think it matters. God, this beer is so good. I can't believe how good Space Dust is. I had a fan reach out. He wants to send me something that I could use in my show, and I'm scared what he's going to send me. I sent him my P.O. box number. You can send me beer, but you got to go to the P.O. box. Go over to my Facebook.com/Brian livestream. You can see there. Chef Boyardee's face, says Maddie. No. Okay. Skull face, no. Okay. Is the face making a face? Like irrelevant, Kelly. Irrelevant. No, there's and that's not part of it. Is it clown lasagna? Scotty, yes, it is. Good job, Scotty. It is clown lasagna. That, guys, give it up for Scotty Got Too Hottie. He got it. I don't know if he's Google searching. Scotty, take the win, bro. Scotty, you won $10 in Starbucks coffee gift card. Use it for sandwiches, super pretentious water, and coffee that apparently helps to build a shack somewhere in Guatemala. So, Scotty, 2 times in 3. Scotty, be proud of that. I honestly want my audience to be infighting. I'm a fucking Scotty. Goddamn hat size. I want more of this. And I kind of am trying to figure out how to do this for Wednesday night since we no longer can do the trivia. But I have an idea, and this might happen. Thank you to everybody that gave to the show tonight. I really appreciate that. Every little nickel, diamond, quarter you drop into my PayPal link helps me to keep the show going. Use paypal.me/Brunchat. Venmo, use Brunchat. If you're a Zelle user, it's built into your online banking. Use Brian H. at BrianHowardComedy.com. Paul and Becky, good night. I am wrapping the show up. You want to stick around for a little bit. Thank you so much for dropping by and watching the show. Congratulations to Maddie Natty. You won Shot Call Lie Detector. Please send out your email address over to facebook.com/Brian Howard Live. The winner of What's It was it's just happened. And why can't my brain remember things? It was Scotty, right? Yeah. Scotty, I know you've won before, but still awesome, Scotty. He's already sent it. Send out your email address. You'll also get a Starbucks gift card. Both Scotty and Maddie, please check your junk folders. I've been told by people that have won games at my streams before. They're like, you didn't send me the thing. You sent. I don't know what their voice is, but I give them, whenever you guys message me, like, hey, I won last week. This is how I read it. Hey, I won last week. I won the game last week. That's how you sound to my ear. And I'm sorry. Maddie Natty, Scotty Hottie. It was meant to be. Oh, my God. The winners tonight both have their name and then a funny little follow-up name. Although I think Maddie's last name probably is Nathaniel or something. Scotty's just a really hot guy. Wait, what is Scotty's last name? Is it Hortensio? And Matt, what's your last name? Is it Nathaniel? Matthew Nathaniel? No, Natty means stylish. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Maddie means stylish. I did not know that. Goes to the wife. I will tell her his early birthday. Aw. Good job, Scotty. Thank you all so much for enjoying me tonight on Bad Advice. Oh, that's What's It with Brian. I forgot to change the thing. I could have done that while I was just talking to you. And then I forgot to get rid of this and get rid of that horrible image. That is a lasagna, by the way. I made a lasagna this week from scratch. It was fun. That's, by the way, there was a clue earlier in the show. And I'm like, should I really bring that out? I'm like, yeah, they won't catch it. I even mentioned I made a lasagna earlier this week. Guys, if you're new to my show, please like and follow me here on Twitch. Like and follow me on Facebook. Just come to my house and stalk me. I do shows all the times. Mondays is Bad Advice of Brian. This show, a show based around games involving me getting shocked with electricity and people winning prizes for guessing an image that I'm looking at. And Wednesday night, of course, is my flagship show, the show that I've been doing for longer than anybody. It's the longest running live stream show in the history of live streams. I've been doing it since 1979. When Maddie Natty's brother did not date Madonna. It's called Beer and Songs. I should drop that link in the chat. And here I am fucking doing really ugly internet stuff to do it. And let's see, I'm trying to beat my mod right now. I'm trying to beat my mod. Rick, did I beat you? Hang on. Okay. There it is, right there in the chat. Go ahead and click on that. It'll queue up your Facebook. Please say you're coming, or you're just breathing heavily, and come to run the ad. Okay, I'll run the ad. Okay, I'll say goodbye in 30 seconds. Everybody hang tight while we run the ad. Is it running? I don't see it because I'm a subscriber to myself. But if you're not a subscriber, you're probably seeing an ad right now for probably an Acura or something. But if you watch it, I get like a quarter. So watch this ad. And then in the chat, we'll talk about what the ad was. I don't see it. Because you're all subscribers to the show, so there's no ads yet. It ran. I know it ran, but okay. What was it an ad for? Because I don't see it on my playback. I'm the producer, so I don't see it. What was it for, Scotty? I'm just curious. What was the ad before I said goodnight? Was it for the NFL, Budweiser? What was the ad for? That makes sense since if you're a subscriber, you didn't see the ad. Trust me. And because you subscribe, every time you watch my show, I make a quarter. Yay. But I want to know what the ad was, Scotty. Did you see the ad? You're a subscriber, aren't you, Scotty? All right, whatever. We're not going to talk about this right now. But you're about to watch a streamer close a show by saying, I don't know how this format works. It was I did not see what it was for. Okay. It is an ad. I made probably 28 cents. Thank you all for watching that. Guys, I will see you Wednesday night for Beer and Songs with Brian, my most popular live stream show where I actually play the guitar and sing and drink probably more than I'm drinking tonight. The show goes on longer than this show. This show's a little bit shorter because I try to make it that way so I can be with my family. Oh, aren't I sweet? Thank you all so much for coming by. Thank you for dropping something in the hat. You've been an absolute delight to be entertained. Okay, thank you very much, Rick, for putting that in there. 6 cents more. Did you just tip me 6 cents? Okay. Oh, because you highlighted. We can keep going now, but I don't want to. I'm trying to wrap the show up. Stop being funny. Stop being funny. You guys are all very funny. I look forward to seeing you every week on Monday for Bad Advice with Brian. I look forward to seeing you every Wednesday for Beer and Songs with Brian. There's a nomenclature to my shows. I hope you had a wonderful time. It's been a pleasure to entertain you. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Go watch the rest of Monday Night Football. Do some wrapping of gifts, and I'll see you all Wednesday for Beer and Songs with Brian. Good night, everybody.